and governing your whole system, your whole life, which is amazing to watch, how people transform inside that. And I think awakening is understanding that, like, until you get it, like you get the formula of life, you can't call it awakening. I mean, it's like people think awakening is something more spiritual or understanding who you are, like we are all of this and the universe. You know, you see all these social posts in the social media and all the posts and videos. We are beyond this body. We are everything. We are the universe. Okay, we got it. I mean, we are millennials and we got that already. But the thing is, until you truly can govern your whole life, you didn't get it, because it's like, okay, we got that, we are unlimited, and now what? It's like, and then you don't have money, and then you lose your health, and your relationships doesn't work, and you're like, I'm this awakened being. And I've met a lot of people like this, and I've been asking myself that question. It's like, this is not awakening. It's like, if you're awake, if you're fully awake, which means in the moment, if you're fully awake, you kind of figure out how life works. And then you start governing all areas of life. And until you get to a point where you can reach, I mean, not reach, because there is no reaching point, of course, but it's like once you see yourself having goals and reaching them, and then another goal and reaching them, like until you see your life is working the way you want it to, there is no awakening. So this book is literally about that. And that's what I've been telling people, like, maybe awakening is not what you think, because we are all awake. We got it, you know. We are the universe. Okay, we are the stars and the everything, and we are beyond. Okay, we got it. Okay, if you got it, and if you're awake in this moment, then you probably figured it all out. You know, then you probably have all the money you need and health, you know.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's how I see it. It's a little bit funny, but it's, you know, that's the way I see it. And I think being awake is that, because I have been experiencing it in my own life. Like if I'm fully awake in this moment, I can literally sense where my life is flowing, what I need to do, like my next step, and how I need to relate with my business, in my relationships with my husband, with my family. Once I'm in the moment and awake, it's kind of like once we are there, you kind of figure it out.
It just changes you. It just changes you, because it changes your view of yourself and your view of the world. Is that what I hear you saying?
Yeah, I mean, it does change. I mean, I think understanding we are the universe and everything is kind of like the first step in awakening. And then the second step is gaining the ability to stay in the moment, fully awake. And whenever you are fully awake in the moment, like just a simple exercise, or just like a simple thing to think about. Just imagine walking down the street and you are fully awake, and then a car passes by very fast, and then you take a step back and you don't get killed because you were awake and you saw that car coming fast towards you. Then imagine you are not fully awake, you're not in the moment, you're just in a rush and you're not there fully. You rush and you don't see the car, and then you get hit by a car. So that experience actually happens in most people's lives because they are not fully awake and fully in the moment, because most people are rushing things and they are not fully seeing what's around them. And that's awareness. That's called awareness. And because many people are not fully mindful, you know, they drop things and they fall down and they lose things and they lose their businesses, you know, their relationships go the way they don't want to. It's like, if I usually tell my students, if you are fully awake in the moment, you don't need me or anybody telling you how to manage your relationships, because you will know. It's like we are humans. We have a huge capacity, that opens up once we are in the moment, fully awake. But it's like shuts down when you're in a rush and not mindful and not aware at all.
That's a perfect message for it right now, because people they have the hurry sickness. You're absolutely right on target. And I'm sure that we have caught the attention of our listeners. And they're saying to themselves, where can I get this book? Of course, you can find it on Amazon. All you have to do is go to the Amazon website and you will see a big search box that's sort of a gray. In the search box, type the following title: Awakening, Awakening, Awakening is Not What You Think, by Nevsah, Nevsah. Only her first name. If you click on that, it will bring the book right up. Now, in the upper right-hand corner, you will see the words "Look Inside." If you click on those two words, the book electronically opens, and you will be able to read an excerpt from the book. You'll be able to buy it right there. Now, let's talk about your website, because your website is just wonderful. Let's tell our listeners what the address is, how they can find it.
Yeah, my website is Nevsah, co.uk. It's nevsah.co.uk.
And when they go there, what all will they find there, Nevsah?
They can find my courses, and they can also join my free webinar. They can watch the webinar and learn a lot of things about how to get all you want in life, and which is kind of like the second step of awakening. I think it's a brilliant idea to watch the webinar as you are reading the book, because I think they will, deeply connect with what I'm saying. And they can find my courses, send me emails, some blog posts as well, and join our mailing list.
Now, are the courses online courses?
Yeah, they're all online.
And there's also a course I noticed for coaches. If someone wants to become a coach, you have a course that they can take.
Yeah. I do have a breath coaching course and also a coaching course people could choose from. We have all of our courses on the digital platform, and we also do regular mentoring sessions included. We also have those sessions included in our courses. So we do have a digital platform, but we don't leave people by themselves. I and my team meet them every week and support them with everything that's on the platform, answer their questions, coach them. So it's a one-on-one experience as well, on top of the digital trainings.
Oh, wonderful. Now, you're also on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. How can they find you on those three platforms?
I have a public figure page on Facebook on my name, Nevsah, Nevsah, and that's a public figure page. They can like and follow the page. I do also have an Instagram account, which is Shine Goddess. It's my personal Instagram account, Shine, SHINE.goddess. And that's my personal account. We also have the Nevsah Institute account, which is my institute account, Nevsah Institute. And we do, of course, have Breath Hub's account as well as separately.
Now, you're doing a YouTube channel as well. Tell me what I'll find on the YouTube channel.
On my YouTube channel, I post weekly videos on these 5 principles I've been telling, the 5 principles of mastering life. I have been researching on and reading and searching and getting in and out of all kinds of trainings to find the principles on how I can master my own life and how to also coach and help my students who want to master their lives in a balanced way, like I said, like all growing and expanding in all areas of life. And those are the 5 principles I have found. And so we built the whole curriculum around those 5 principles. And people could find a lot of videos on those principles.
Now, I noticed on the website there's also a blog. What kinds of things will they find on the blog?
Again, around the 5 principles, I write blogs on relationships and money and health and wealth building, everything about life.
Well, this has just been so interesting to talk with you. When our listeners go from listening to purchasing a copy of the book and they become readers, and they read the book, and they either electronically or physically close the back cover of the book for the last time, what would you like for them to take away for themselves from your book?
Yeah. The main thing I would like them to take away is, I see them as closing the book, I see them as just telling to themselves, yeah, I now got it. I got the whole thing. I got it. And I want to leave them purposeful, understanding the importance of purpose and the meaning of our lives being purposeful. Like finding your purpose, understanding who you are in a meaningless reality. We are the ones who bring meaning. And understanding is big. Understanding that is big. It's like you're in this neutral, meaningless, all possibilities world where you can go get lost very easily. And the only way not to get lost, and that's awakening, is understanding who you are, finding your purpose, understanding your meaning, like who you are and what's your meaning. Why are you here? I would like to leave them questioning that and understanding the importance of that. And also I would like to leave them going on a path of purpose as well.
I think you're so inspirational, and I think the book is just so timely with the message that you're having from the book. This has just been so interesting. Thank you so very much for being with us. It's been
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. Remember, you can find Awakening. Awakening is Not What You Think by Nevsah, Nevsah, on Amazon. You've been listening to the Books on Air podcast brought to you on webtalkradio.net. You can also hear this podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, as well as Stitcher. I'm Suzanne Harris, and I hope you'll join me for the next Books on Air podcast, because remember, you never know who's going to be here, and you never know what we're going to talk about. Thank you so very much for listening.